Hello everyone, welcome to RadioNyra with your host Phoebe. Today we are thrilled to have the acclaimed Mr. Vivek Agnihotri and a very talented Mrs. Pallavi Joshi with us, the great minds behind the sensational Kashmir files. Welcome back to RadioNyra and welcome back to Raleigh Durham. How are you feeling?
Always feels great to come to Raleigh Durham. It's a triangle of research, education and knowledge. And I'm really happy to be here and the people are fantastic.
Vivek, you just coming from the premiere of Vaccine Wars and there was a tremendous response there. Would you like to brief us about the movie, your new project, and how is its reception in the USA?
Well, the reception has been tremendous so far. We have covered over 9 or 10 cities by now, and everywhere the reaction has just been very encouraging. People have loved the film. They are already talking about the film. They're writing back to their families. They're texting their friends to go and see the movie. And Raleigh was wonderful today. The film was received very well. So we just very hopeful, looking forward to a good release on the 28th of September.
Glad to know that, Pallavi. And both the movies, the Kashmir Files and Vaccine Wars, are rooted from these true stories. Did you ever feel the need to alter the content for any specific reasons?
I think it differs from film to film. In Kashmir Files, we put fictitious characters, because the characters essentially were made up of a lot of different Kashmiri Pandits. So one Pushkar Nath represented about 10 Kashmiri Pandits, one Sharda Pandit represented about 20 different women. While that's not the case with this film, here we've used the real names of the scientists, and we have all molded the actors to look like the original scientists. So the entire hair, makeup, everything was done in such a way that we present the real scientists in front of people. And since we are using real names, and this is not like something that happened 100 years ago, this is something that happened 2-3 years ago. Hence, we had to be absolutely accurate of all the details, all the conversations that the scientists had with each other. Otherwise, we'd be in big trouble if we don't know the truth. So it depends on what kind of cinema you're doing.
Great. And with Vaccine Wars, you've showcased it very well on the emotions and how a working woman can handle a professional life and a family life. So do you feel the same depth of emotional connection from the audience?
Certainly. I mean, the fact that you and I are standing here talking just shows that we are capable of handling both. And there was, particularly women get very overwhelmed when they see this film, because you know how Indian women are.
Yes.
And when they see, a bit of themselves on screen, it does touch a chord. Because I think all Indian women are very, very different from the Western women, because our idea of feminism is very different. I call this Indic feminism, where our women are very caring, as Nana says in the end, that we take care of the families, we take care of the children, we take care of the neighbors, we take care of everyone, and we probably do more than what our role should be. And yet we are the best of professionals, so we try to get a great balance out there. So I think every woman, I'm sure you also saw a bit of yourself in the film, right?
Yes. So with Kashmir Files, it had to face its own share of critics. With Vaccine Wars, do you sense the same criticism?
Oh yeah, exactly the same people who had problems with the Kashmir Files. Exactly the same people, same number of people have problems with the Vaccine War. And the same number of people will have a problem with my next film. And the same number of people will have problems with my film after my next film. So whatever I do, if I say good morning early in the morning, they have a problem with that. If I walk, they have a problem with that. If I'm giving an interview to you, they will have a problem with that. So those are not critics, they are serial critics, you know. So I don't care much about them. I focus on people who give us a lot of love and blessings, people who give us feedback, positive criticism, and people who support our work. And so we basically care about that and not about people who say, why are you saying good morning?
Thank you so much, Vivek. And Pallavi, you played the role of Dr. Priya in the movie, and I must say you nailed it. So what are few difficulties that you faced, and what are few moments that you cherished while doing the character?
My God, first of all, it was a world of science, which I know nothing about. So all the scientific terminologies which we were supposed to speak like it's, we use it in our everyday parlance was very difficult because we were messing it up completely. So that was one thing. Secondly, Dr. Priya Abraham is a Malayali, so I wanted to get that accent right. And we also threw in a few Malayali lines here and there. I don't know how accurate I've spoken them because it's not my language. And thirdly, the entire star cast was brilliant. Everybody was playing their roles so wonderfully that I think this problem probably every actor had, to stand there and make sure that your performance is good enough where you can stand in front of the rest of them and shine through and do justice to the scientists that you're playing was a very difficult part, and I'm sure every actor felt that on the sets.
And glad to know that. And every character in the movie had played a great role, and they have acted it very well. And all the very best for your tour. And thank you for joining RadioNyra.
Thank you. And I wish my wishes to all the listeners of RadioNyra.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.